So I thought I'd give you a slightly different view. We're still on the same spot in My Khe Beach in Mian, which is in Da Nang, Vietnam. But I thought I might like to see the mountains over to the left. And this video is in reference to, I've already said about in Jakarta not using the Bluebird taxis. Now there were 3 occasions where I used Bluebird taxis. I couldn't get the Grab app, which, as you'll see in another video, I think is essential for anyone over in the Asian countries. I got the Bluebird taxis in Jakarta on 6 occasions, and on 3 of those occasions, after I'd cottoned on to this, after I'd realised something, if you walk up to a hotel and you ask them to order you a Bluebird taxi, they will hail you a Bluebird taxi. But the Bluebird taxi, once you explain to the hotel that you want a Bluebird taxi because you're concerned about being overcharged or whatever, they'll get you a Bluebird taxi. And in my experience, in each of those cases, the Bluebird taxis took me straight to my destination. There was no deviation, there was no additional routes or unnecessary streets being taken, anything like that. It seemed to be, I think probably it's because maybe the hotels would be able to complain. I mean, in each of the Bluebird taxis you will see an email where you can complain. I think it's customer care at bluebirdgroup.com, and I will make a complaint to them about the being overcharged in each of the taxis, because I have the details of all the drivers. When you get in, the details of the driver on the passenger side on the dashboard, so you've got the driver number and the driver name. But when I ordered them from a hotel, the taxis were always straight. They never messed about. They never tried to overcharge. They never did anything. In actual fact, in Bali, the Bluebird taxis were, for an airport run, were more reliable than other taxis. In the hotel I was in, the taxi drivers who were based, essentially they were tour guides who presumably rented space in the downstairs lobby of the hotel so that they could sell their services. So they also operated as taxis, and what they did was they had a set rate to take you to the airport, and that rate was 150,000 rupiah. Now, about 150,000 rupiah is not a great deal of money. As I said, at the minute it's about 18,500 rupiah to the pound sterling, and about 14,000 rupiah to the dollar. So they're looking to charge you 150,000 to the airport. Now, when you jump into a Bluebird taxi and it's on the meter, that costs you 51,000. So the drivers in some of these hotels are simply trying to rip you off for about 100,000 rupiah. And as I've said it many times before, why would you put up with being ripped off like that? I wish I had Grab at that time, but I didn't. But again, what I did was the drivers in the hotels, I ignored them. I went to one of the staff in the hotel, asked them specifically to get me a Bluebird driver. They got me a Bluebird driver, took me straight to the airport, 51,000. No deviations, no messing about, 51,000, that was it. And that's another point that I'll mention in the video about getting taxis to airports from in Bali and Jakarta. So that's the only way I think to use Bluebird taxis, is to do so by asking someone in the hotel to get you the taxi. But again, if you have the option, if you have the app, always use Grab, never use anything else.